Hi everyone, so today I'm here with my review of Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. So since this is the second book in the series, I'm not going to give a synopsis, but the Goodies link will be in the description box below if you want to check it out. As soon as I finished Cinder last month, I knew I had to get my hands on Scarlet as soon as possible, so I reserved a copy at my library and it came out pretty quickly actually, and I really loved this one a lot more than Cinder. I thought there was a lot more going on in this one. There were more characters, the characters were more interesting, and the whole storyline was much more interesting as well. There was a hell of a lot more going on, which kept me hooked throughout this whole book, and I loved every single second of it. I love how the story was told from Scarlet's point of view, but then we also got some chapters and we got to see what Kai was doing, what Cinder was up to. So even though this book was about our new character Scarlet, we still got to see the old characters from the first book and find out how they're dealing with everything that happened after the ending of Cinder. So as soon as I started reading this one, I knew I was going to enjoy it much more than Cinder. I connected with Scarlet straight away. Her grandmother was missing and the police were putting it down to her running away or it being suicide, and Scarlet knew that wasn't true because her and her grandmother were so close that her grandmother wouldn't have ran away without telling her. So I felt really bad for Scarlet because she knew there was something going on. She knew that things weren't as simple as they seemed, but she couldn't get any evidence for it, so she was having to deal with the loss of her grandmother and the fact that no one is going to keep looking for her. So I really felt sorry for her because of that. Scarlet's a very determined character. No matter what, she was going to do everything she could to get her grandmother back. Even when she finds out what the stakes are and what it could cost her, she doesn't care. She's just such a strong character and I absolutely adore her. I was a bit iffy with Wolf to start with though. I mean, he was a street fighter and there was something really off about him, and I didn't know what to think about him to start with. I didn't know whether he was nice or whether he was just using Scarlet for some strange reason, but throughout the book we got to learn a lot more about Wolf and I actually started to come around to him. Wolf is a very sweet character. I really loved him by the end of the book, but throughout the book I couldn't ignore the fact that there was something very off about him. But I really enjoyed discovering about Wolf and his background, even if it did kind of make me want to punch Lavanna in the face repeatedly because what she did and what she's doing is horrible. So I feel sorry for Wolf because of that, but he's such an adorable character that I just love him. Thorn was my favourite new character by far. He was so sarcastic and snarky and I absolutely adored him. He had me laughing throughout this book so many times with his witty remarks, and I just really loved him. He's a very skilled character and a very useful character. He knows how to hide from the police and the government, and he'll be a very useful asset, I think, in the next book. He was just a fantastic character. Cinder was amazing yet again. I just absolutely love her character. I felt bad for Kai though. He was getting all the backlash because of what happened at the end of Cinder and the start of this book, and he was having to deal with it all, and I felt really bad for him because of the decisions he had to make to sort everything. So I'm hoping that we'll see a lot more of Kai in the next book, please, because I love Kai. My hate for Lavanna grew and grew in this book when I found out what she'd been doing and what she is doing right now to people. It made me want to punch her in the face. And then we found out what she did to Cinder and how Cinder turned out after all of that. It was disgusting and horrible to have to read about that. For a child to go through that, it was shocking. And it really angered me, and I cannot stand Lavanna. I hope Cinder gets to kill her because it'd just be fantastic. The storyline in this one was much more interesting and full of mystery. I had a lot of questions at the start of this book, like why was Scarlet's grandmother taken and what's up with Wolf, and all of the questions that I had going through my head were all answered gradually throughout this book. I really enjoyed the discovery of all the answers because it led you on such a fantastic journey in this book. We were also following Cinder and Thorn after their escape, and we were finding out a lot more about Princess Celine. And then we also got to see what Kai was up to and how he was dealing with everything and what was going on with him. So yeah, I really enjoyed getting to see all of the characters, and I really loved this storyline. The ending was packed with action. I was shocked and disgusted at the lengths that Lavanna will go to gain control of the earth. She needs to be stopped. I was hooked reading the ending though, because I couldn't put this book down until I found out that all my beloved characters made it through safely, because I don't think I think I probably would have died if any of them had died. I was also extremely shocked by what Kai did, because I mean, does he really think that's going to stop anything? Really? It's probably just going to make everything worse. So I understand why he did it, but it was a pretty stupid move. Overall, this was such a fantastic sequel packed with mystery, action and suspense. I adored every single second of it, and I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. So that was my review for Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys later. Bye everyone.